Hey, good afternoon. How are you? $1,400 third stimulus checks will be landing in your bank account next week. This includes if you are on direct deposit, or you use a direct express card, or you're on SSI or SSDI, Social Security or Railroad benefits, and they may land in your in your mailbox. Yes, in your mailbox. Even if you were expecting it by direct deposit, it may land in your mailbox. I have all the breaking details happening just today. Stay with me. This is Noontime LALATE. $1,400 third stimulus checks will be landing in your mailbox and also in your bank account, including direct express card, next week. This is why we know this information. First, viewers have learned this information from the irs.gov tool, which has now updated itself. Second, they've heard it from their banks. And third, they've heard it from Direct Express. Viewers have seen these changes in the last 24 hours and understand this is Sunday. This is currently 11:51 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is the most up-to-date information across the board. This is not a tape recording. This is not a voicemail. This is not a taped voice recording on a bank account. This is not a website that posted an alert 5 days ago. This is today. And this is what's happening right this very moment. If you go to irs.gov as a viewer to this channel, you may have seen a change. That's what's happened for tens of thousands of viewers of this channel who on Saturday saw a change of their irs.gov account go from no information or March 17th for direct deposit to one of two possible new results. One, direct deposit March 24th. Or paper check March 26th. Now, other viewers also got alerts of 25th and 27th for mail checks as well. And some got it for 25th and 27th for direct deposit. This was a huge change because obviously the 17th has passed. It was St. Patrick's Day. You didn't get it. And they knew, well, I didn't get it. And so they went to IRS website on Saturday, several days after the 17th, and it now updated itself and said, hi. Guess what? It's now coming on this day. Now, if you are listening so far and you say, well, I've checked irs.gov today, it has not updated for me. That doesn't mean much of anything because what's happening is a collective universe of the viewers of this channel. Millions of viewers have suddenly seen things change progressively over the last 2-3 days. And you could be the next one to see that change as well. It's not an example of, how do you say, it's not a situation of your stimulus is landing in a different way the very moment the IRS website changes. That's not really how the tool works. Rather, the tool needs a certain amount of time to update its information. For example, let's say you logged in right now at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, and you saw an update to irs.gov right this minute. That doesn't mean the update just happened now. It means that when the computer system updated the information for you. So what I want you to know is that direct deposits, if you're on SSI or SSDI or not on SSI or SSDI, and paper checks for all viewers of this channel are starting to, and continuing to land next week. Let's jump into the calendar. First, viewers are starting to receive an alert that the paper checks would land next week. And what days are they getting those alerts for? Let's look at the calendar. They're getting the alerts that the paper checks would land the 26th. Some are getting the 25th and the 27th, but the 26th is the most common date. Then as to the direct deposit, the most common date they're getting is the 24th, with some of them also getting 25 and 26 and 27th. For Direct Express, the most common alert they're getting is this one, that their deposit will be the 24th. The 24th is what's happening. And later in this video, I'll be covering what's happening with SBA because you need to know what's going on with that EIDL grant, Lord. But what I want to go over now is what's happening with you. What's going on with you? So I'm going to jump into the live chat and see your situation right now and see if we learn more information about what's going on with other people. There's Tim Darn. My bank is Regions Bank. I haven't had any update about Regions Bank. Thank you for your update. There's Tia. Barbara. Nothing shows yet for me on the IRS website. So Barbara's situation is interesting. She still shows no information on the IRS's website. We have learned that the way you type in the address on the IRS website may cause the result to say nothing. And the way you fix it is ensure that the way you're typing in the address is the way the post office recognizes the address. Examples are abbreviations, apostrophes, punctuation. There's a lot of tools you can go online to double check if there's another way to physically modify the address by just a letter or two. Tim says, my mom got hers in the same bank as I bank on the 24th, but I haven't got mine. Oh, Tim says, my mom is getting it on the 24th. So thank you for that update. What about Social Security? Says Sheila, yes, everything is the same for SSA as well. There's Ted. Nothing for me for Bank America. Well, thank you, Ted, for your update. I had a lot of viewers get it from Bank America on the 17th. Now, what's important about Bank America is that it was not paying anything before the 17th. It started on the 17th. So it has not been a long time for Bank America, but stay with it because that may change quickly. Let me see more of the other questions. So Angela Love says, IRS says March 17th for me. Now, clearly today is past March 17th. So Angela's an example. Angela's a great example of where IRS has yet to update the tool to show Angela's new date. Now, Angela, it may very well be that it's coming by paper check if it shows the 17th, meaning it was mailed on the 7th, it was mailed out, and that you just haven't gotten it. But the other most likely possibility is it's going to update the tool from the 17th. Thank you for your comment. Mark West, haven't got anything yet on Direct Express. Yes, countless viewers have not received a penny yet on Direct Express. A few have. Over the last night, I got a couple more messages. I have about a handful that have gotten paid from Direct Express. Not a lot, but countless are now getting the alert that it's coming on the 24th. There's Natalie. If I receive the first two stimulus on my Direct Express card, where my SSI deposits every month, will I get the third one this way? I'm worried it's not coming. What do I do? Okay, so I love Natalie's comment for a series of reasons. Let me jump on camera. Natalie said, I got my first stimulus check and I got my second stimulus check on my Direct Express card. Haven't seen it yet. Worried, what do I do? First, understand it may not come on the card. It may come in the mail. So you got to watch that mail. Number two, understand that very, very few, I mean, about two handfuls of viewers have got it so far on the Direct Express card. But a massive amount are getting alerts that are Direct Express card users on SSI, SSDI, and Social Security are getting alerts that it's coming by deposit on March 24th. And others are getting alerts that it's coming in the mail, the U.S. mail, on March 26th. So that's two different situations. Some are getting the alerts that no, it will be coming on your card, but it's on the 24th. And others are saying, no, it ain't coming on your card. It's going to come in the mail instead, and it's coming the 26th. Now, I have other viewers, certainly in the chat right now, that says, I have no alert. But what I want you to see is that with millions of viewers, this is collectively what's now happening. So this is where we're going. Thank you for that great comment. Let me jump into some more of the great comments right now. Let's see what some other people are saying. No alert, no change. Not available or ineligible. Well, ineligible is the wrong word. It's just simply the tool has yet updated itself. Appreciate the comment then. Den, why does mine say you're eligible but no date? What does that mean? Do you mean on the IRS website? If it's the IRS website, it just has to update itself. So don't worry. You know if you're eligible for a stimulus check. That's a given. Thank you for your comment. Let me see. Lena says nothing pending. So give it a little bit of time. Now, here's a message I want to impart to viewers is that if you hear me talk about your bank, let's say Bank America, and I say I have had viewers get it on Bank America, and then you haven't gotten on Bank America, or I say someone shows it pending for Tuesday on Chase. I had one viewer say, I know a lot of people has it pending for March 24th for Chase. And you say, but I'm Chase, I haven't shown anything pending. Understand, sometimes things don't show pending for viewers. The great news is that we have so many viewers that use so many different banks that if you hear a reoccurring pattern, which I'm delivering to you, that's likely what's going to happen. If you have thousands and thousands of viewers getting these same types of alerts for the same day, then that's likely what is going to happen. Let me jump more. And so if you don't get the actual alert, don't fret. It doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means you haven't gotten an alert. Any word on TD Bank, says Denise. I've had viewers have problems getting it from TD Bank as well. Beth, can you please ask if those who haven't gotten their checks are people who are on SSI and SSDI? Beth. Okay, so let me make this very, very, very clear because I feel sometimes like I'm getting beaten up. I feel not you, Beth. I feel like I get beaten up on a regular basis. The people I'm talking about are everyone. And no matter how many times I say everyone, then there's always someone say, but what about my group? So what I'm referring to in this video is everyone. I'm including everyone on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. And then there's going to be someone, how about people on SSI in Colorado? Yeah, I'm covering you. How about people in SSI in Denver, Colorado? I'm covering you as well. How about in Northwest Denver, Colorado? I'm covering you too. It's everyone. And ultimately, there's always someone that thinks that that group is not included. So yes, this video covers everyone. And I had viewers on SSI and SSDI get stimulus checks the first 24 hours it became law, and had people not on benefits not get stimulus checks when it became law. Let me go over some of the fake narratives that have been out there, that people get their stimulus checks first that pay that file tax returns. Untrue. That people who filed the 2020 tax return are getting a stimulus check before people who didn't. Also untrue. That people on veterans benefits get their stimulus check before SSI and SSDI. Also untrue. That people who do not get a stimulus check last week aren't getting a stimulus check. Also untrue. So there are all these strange theories, well, not theories, urban legends that are online. And what's sad is that people start to repeat them as fact, and then it makes people freak out. Ultimately, don't freak out. Listen to the news. Don't listen to urban legends. Let me answer some of your other great questions. Okay, so here's a fake narrative. George, if you're on SSI and do not file a tax return, you are on the bottom of the list. Absolutely untrue. 100% untrue. Thank you for that urban legend, George. There is Larry, net spend. So net spend is a very great example. Net spend, I had viewers get net spend on March 27th. I've had viewers still not get it from net spend. So it just sort of depends. Cynthia Wells, SSI, nothing yet. So stay with it, Cynthia. Thank you for your comment. Some have gotten from Wells, SSI, some have not. It just takes a little bit of time. SunTrust, Eugene. Thank you, Eugene, for SunTrust. I haven't heard anything about SunTrust yet. My sister qualified and ain't received the first, second, or third. This is Sharon. Sharon, if your sister qualifies for first or second stimulus check, she should have filed a 2020 tax return to request it. There's always someone that jumps in the comments that says, I never got the first and second stimulus check. Or did you request it? You got to request it by filing the 2020 tax return. And here's an obvious message, which I haven't recorded yet, but I think you would sort of know this one. If you didn't get the first stimulus check, but qualified, didn't get the second stimulus check, but qualified, and did not request them by filing your 2020 tax return in February when everyone said to do it, I don't think you're getting the third stimulus check either, because there's a reason why you didn't get the first and second. Who knows what the reason is? But had you filed that 2020 tax return on February 12th, when everyone said to do it, to get that first and second stimulus check that's missing, you would have got to the third. So if you're a viewer watching this channel that never got the first and second, you may not get the third until you file that 2020 tax return. Now, how to fix the missing third stimulus check, we don't know that answer yet, because IRS is saying hold off on that one. Jimmy Electric, why does a particular bank say something on their website? If you read that, it's actually a message posted from March 15th. Today is not March 15th. Today is, what is it? March, what is today's date? Let's jump to our calendar. Today's the 21st. Today is, here we go. Today is the 21st. So that was a message posted by the 15th. Another place, one bank posted something on their 17th. Today's the 21st. The updates that happened from IRS happened on Saturday. Understand, this is why it's so important to understand, is that if you bank at a bank and you go to the bank's website and they post something that says your stimulus check may take weeks for us to give it to you, and they post that on, let's say, the 16th, the 17th, a particular bank, but then you go to the IRS website and says, guess what? It's coming by paper check. That shows you that the most recent information is IRS. It's coming by paper check. It's not coming in the bank. So, of course, President Biden has given the very clear message, and I can't run the video every 10 seconds, but the president's message is, you're getting the stimulus check within 10 days. The president delivered a similar message over the weekend as well. You're getting the stimulus check in the next few days. But thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. I got the first one, just not the second one. Okay, thank you, Terry, for the super chat. I appreciate for the comment. Let me see the other comments. Will the old student loans be able to take the stimulus check? I don't know what that means. How about the other provisions in the bills, like grants? Yes, I will be getting to the deliciousness of some grants in the second half of this video. Yes, I will actually be jumping through the website and being going over with you what is in the grants later in the second half of this website. So stay with me. Oh, look at what the website does when I click on it. Okay, now I'm glad I see that. It's an interesting website because it's SBA, so we will try our best. I will be going over those grants for you in the second half of this video. Thank you for that comment. Tanya, my neighbor on SSI showed me his alert and said he would get his tonight. He's on Direct Express and from North Carolina. Interesting. So Tanya Brown says she got an alert. Her neighbor on SSI got an alert from Direct Express, sort of like this one. But instead of saying the 24th like this one, it says the 21st. And he's from Direct Express. Well, thank you, Tanya Brown, for that update. I've had a lot of viewers get the 24th from Direct Express, but this is the first time I've heard anything for the 21st. Very, very helpful. There's Jorge Cardenas. IRS said deposit on the 17th, but I did get it at a Bank America. Okay, well, thank you for that update. I appreciate that. Leanne, what about people getting half their stimulus? I don't know what that means, Leanne. I've seen that comment. Does that mean you're getting $700, not $1,400? I don't know what that means, because people keep on using the word half, but they're not telling me half of what? Half of the household? Half of one check? I don't... $12.50 of a stimulus. I don't know what that means. Mine was, there's Alana. Mine was deposited last Friday, and now it says it will be sent in the mail on the 26th. Do you see Alana's comment? I love that. Just craziness. Alana's comment says, the IRS tool has now updated. It says that it will be in the mail on the 26th of March, but I got it in the mail last Friday. Guess who told you that first? Me. I told you that on Saturday. I had viewers on Saturday tell me that on Friday they got stimulus checks, and IRS is now saying your stimulus check is in the mail and you're going to get it on the 26th. Remember, early in this recording, I told you the 26th is the most common date for the mail check update on irs.gov, and 24th is the most common date for the direct deposit update from IRS across the board. Wow, what a big amount of information. Let me jump into those grants as I promised across the board. Where is our grant person? Here she is. Isabella Castillas Guzman. She is your new head of SBA at EIDL. She is your new Javita LALATE. I guess it's Guzman LALATE. Casillas LALATE. I don't know if she likes scars, but we will see. One thing she does not like is updating the website. I'm trying to show you the website, and clearly because it has some strange things to it, that when I click around it, it does things by transparency. One of the strange things first about SBA.gov this weekend is they're now saying apply for the PPP by March 31st. Excuse me? Makes no sense. March 31st, well, Biden's stimulus, third stimulus, extended PPP for months. But SBA is now at SBA GOV saying, guess what? PPP is going to close March 31st. Excuse me? Not particularly clear. Again, that's your first type of grant. Let's go to the second type of grant. What you're seeing here under the word Santa Monica, that right there in the middle is where the EIDL grant is. So I'm clicking on that button. And then it shows you the series of COVID choices. One of them is the EIDL grant. One is the shuttered venue. One is the PPP. The latest detail about the EIDL grant is the following. Where's my camera? Here I am. If you thought Javita LALATE moved your goalposts, get ready for Casillas LALATE. Because, boy, she really moves goalposts. Bombshell. If you go to sba.gov on your computer, not on our production camera's computer, you will see that it has yet to go live with a $5,000 EIDL grant. And it's now saying that there will not be a new grant, that they're only paying the 2020 grant applicants. Excuse me? You know, there's a law that was signed last week. Well, not last week, the week before. There was a law signed by the president that said you're supposed to go live with a $5,000 grant within 14 days of when it became law, or 28 days, depending on how you read the law. And you have to open the grant application for everyone to apply for. And remember how I detailed a lot? You got to be ready to crush, and as a purple hawk, pounce as soon as the grant application goes live. Well, so far, the SBA.gov website says there will not be one. Excuse me? Will not be one? Yeah, so if you click on that illustrious SBA.gov website when you have time today, you'll see that's now suggesting there will not be a $5,000 EIDL grant. Is this because they did not update their website? Is it because the website is just a peculiar looking website? Or is it because nothing ever works at SBA? I don't know. Let me jump into the comments and see what you think. What do you think? Do you think SBA is not going live with a $5,000 grant? Or do you think that they're just waiting to update their website? I'm hopeful that they're updating their website. But boy, if they don't offer that $5,000 EIDL grant, that will be sort of another moving goalpost in the saga of SBA across the board. Let me cut back to the big updates that we have at the 24-minute mark. The big updates is that your $1,400 third stimulus check will be landed in your bank account next week. This includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Rural benefits. This includes people who use the Direct Express card. This includes people who use Direct Express from other banks as well. That direct deposit will start tomorrow, and it may also include paper checks. Yes, paper checks. More people are now getting the alert that the deposit may land tomorrow in paper check form. The alerts started over the weekend when people started getting alerts like this from various banks that says deposits will appear on the 24th. They also got alerts from IRS showing that the deposits will occur the 24th. Meantime, they're now getting alerts that they're coming in the mail and landing the 26th. So a lot of major twists and turns across the board. Let me see more of your comments right now. Let me jump more into some of the chats. Annette, if I don't get it by the 27th, I'm going right to the IRS and ask them what's going on. Thank you, Annette, for your comment. I appreciate it. Anything about eviction moratorium, LALATE? Christine, no. And the president needs to do that because that eviction moratorium is about to expire in just a few days. Let me see more of your comments. Is rental assistance included in the third stimulus? It is, Sean. You'll see me in the next day or two bring back into the mix more about what is in the third stimulus package. As more people get their stimulus check, I want to ensure that you get your check. I don't want to leave the subject. And when more of you get the check, then we'll start going over the other items across the board. Robbie thinks that SBA is going to update their website. I hope they do. I hope they do because we're waiting for that $5,000 EIDL grant to go live, and Ms. Casillas has yet to do it for us. Where is that stimulus? Where is that $5,000 we desperately so need? Let me see some more of your great comments. You're better than a therapist, someone just said. I didn't see who it was, but I appreciate that. Jamie Stewart, what about Green Dot and I have Walmart card? So Jamie, for Green Dot Walmart card, I've had a lot of people just get it since Friday. So stay with it. I had Teresa, I think, is either in this chat or she's in the chat before this. She just got it on Friday. I had another viewer got it on Green Dot Walmart card Saturday as well. Will everyone who has an instrument get it next week? Here's my message to you. There's always going to be someone who doesn't receive something. There's always going to be someone who doesn't receive something. And ultimately, it's really hard to know why a particular person doesn't get something. It may be because it was sent by paper check and the IRS doesn't have the right address. It may be because they have a dependent, that they're a dependent on someone else's return and they don't know it. There's always going to be someone who doesn't get a stimulus check. But we are not at that point yet where we see every viewer getting a stimulus check and one or two missing. We still have a lot of viewers who are waiting for that stimulus check. Let me see more of your great comments. Nothing yet on H&R Block, says Larry. So stay with that because more viewers are getting information R Block. I had viewers get it from H&R Block Green Emerald card on day one, on last Monday. I had some getting it by the end of the week. And of course, I had one viewer on Facebook overnight say he has still not gotten it as well. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. Ricardo, will the $1,400 paper check be in my mail on the 26th of May? This is an important message to understand. We never will know the exact date of anything. And people always want to ask, what's the exact date of when something is specifically going to happen? And we sometimes just don't know the exact date. It may come before that date. It may come after that date. But what I want you to know is that paper check dates are actually coming in sooner rather than later. So don't worry about that one either across the board. It's been a big day. And guess what? We got more kidding across the board. Noontime LA continues right after this as we go to the top of the hour with big updates about what's going on with the other items of the third stimulus package. I think we deserve an update. Let's go over the other big money that's available in the third stimulus package. Where is it? When is it? How can you get it? Of all those updates as we go into the top of the hour. But if you have not also subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And in the video right after this, I'll go over the $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 you can get under third stimulus. And that's coming right at the same time as your $1,400 stimulus check. If you've not liked this video, like the video because it really helps in the algorithm rankings. Stay with me as Noontime LA continues, starting right after this.